Hello, I'm Alan Keays, and I'm joined today by Brent Curtis, and we're outdoors today for our first outdoor edition of tomorrow's
location.
Exactly, not very far from the Rutland Herald, and we're here to provide you a look at some of the stories we're working on in the newsroom. And one of the stories we're working on is an incident that happened today on Curtis Avenue that eventually led to downtown in this spot we're standing in, the alley between, between the former Salvation Army and the kind of Pub 42 area on Whale Street. And I will turn this over to Brent, who's actually writing about the story.
Ironically, I wasn't here for the best parts of this incident, but the big picture is that there was a carjacking today in Rutland on Curtis Avenue, or at least that's where the gentleman was left off. A 93-year-old man was... his car was taken from him at gunpoint after he offered to give him a ride the first time in 70 years. That the poor guy picks up a hitchhiker, it wasn't a hitchhiker, but a guy who needed a ride, and he gets carjacked. The police had been looking for a suspect, and there was a report of a man in downtown Rutland on Whale Street in an alley with a gun. This alley, to be precise, and police converged on the scene and took him into custody at gunpoint. But after handcuffing him and questioning him a little bit, they realized that he, in fact, had nothing to do with the carjacking, and the gun that he was carrying was a pellet gun. And there was no criminal offense, so they let the gentleman go and are still looking for the 2004 tan Toyota Corolla that was stolen or carjacked on Curtis Avenue. So, yeah, it has been a busy day, and that's actually only part of my busy day, Alan. There was also, before that, there was a hearing in the Christopher Sullivan case. The former Rutland City municipal attorney who is charged with drunken driving and leaving the scene of a fatal crash after striking and killing 71-year-old Jane Outsley of Mendon. Mr. Sullivan is asking the court to delay his trial at least a month. His trial's set to start at the end of this month. He's asking for more time to put some information together, get some more expert testimony, and he has some concerns about whether or not the jury pool in Rutland is tainted by media coverage. So he's the judge did not give him a full didn't grant his request fully today, but she has given him until the end of the month to file some additional motions, and I believe there might be additional information forthcoming tomorrow when she's had a chance to review her schedule. And that's all in my day so far. Let's hope that's it.
That's a full day, Brent. Also in tomorrow's paper, we'll have a story about a hit-and-run crash that took place in Rochester yesterday. And the police are looking for, is it a white pickup truck?
Yes.
That struck and killed an 83-year-old man. He apparently was walking to go to the post office in the morning. Josh O'Gorman has talked to the family of that man, and it's a pretty interesting story, I'm told. Also in tomorrow's paper, we'll have a story out of Springfield, Vermont, where the school board's meeting tonight. They're talking about their budget, their school budget, and I guess in that budget they're proposing to cut 23 staff members. So I guess some staff members are expected to turn out at that meeting to talk about that budget. So that's a look at some of the stories we're working on here at the Herald. Thanks for watching.
Have a great day.